Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of Vision Marketing and Design.com, and today we are live inside of my Vision Marketing and Design team training. We are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to continue our training series on how to create a presentation. Presentations are incredibly important. This is actually part 12 of the training. There's lots of research that goes into creating a well thought out, converting presentation. And so we have actually done all of that research together, and we have started actually creating our presentation in Canva. So you are going to actually get the ability to get this when we're done. But first, I want to invite you to join our team. You can go to visionmarketinganddesign.com. I'm going to share my screen with you just a second before we get started with the training. So go to visionmarketinganddesign.com. You'll see this is a great program for beginners. So you don't have to have a business. You don't have to have any experience whatsoever. If you're a freelancer, or maybe you're just a business owner who's interested in learning to promote your own business, or you want to start a web agency, we actually have an agency you can outsource your clients to. Like I said, we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do use a suite of 40 plus tools. I'll talk to you about that in just a second, where we actually use this platform for our training and for client work and the agency. And as well as you can use this for freelancer services. On Friday, we do a live Q&A session, so you're welcome to join me in the Zoom. Hopefully, I can help you answer any questions that you may have. I do have over $10,000 in free courses, and we're actually releasing a new course today, Influencer Secrets, so I'm going to show you that in just a second. And also, you get access to 85,000 plus free PLR products that you can use and brand as your own, like ebooks and articles, email sequences, video courses. These are all unbranded and ready for you to brand. You also have freelancer opportunities. We actually hire, we have an agency as well, and we hire our team for services. You also have the ability to save 50% on private coaching sessions and the website templates that we have in the template shop. If you want to check out any of these awesome team members, what they have to say about being a part of Team Vision, you can check out those videos there. And just so you know, right now you can become a Builderall member, which Builderall is the suite of tools that we use. You can be a Builderall member and a Team Vision member for just $69.90. Okay, you get the premium Builderall account and a Team Vision account for that price. And up here, you know, this is a limited time because we are launching the Builderall 5.0 and the prices are going up. We don't know how much they're going up to yet, but they will most definitely be going up. So it will not be $69.90, but if you create your account now, you actually will be able to lock in that price and be grandfathered in. Builderall always appreciates the members for staying, and so they never raise the price on people who, if you come in at one price, it's going to stay that price. If you're already a Builderall member, you can still join. You just click there. You have to be a Builderall member to join, but if you are sponsored by someone else, you can still join and get all the same benefits, but it's $47 a month. Okay, so let me actually show you. I'm going to log in here now, and I want to show you, first of all, let's get in here. And to access the live broadcast, you want to click here. I'm going to do that in just a second. But the new course that we just added today is actually Influencer Secrets. So if you click here, you'll actually see what's in the course. So understanding influence, the rules of influence, the benefits and importance of influence, how people are wired, how to build unshakable credibility, influence and persuasion in business, the importance of the design marketing process, how to maintain your ability to influence, 3 key tactics for influencer mastery, and influencer mastery best practices. Okay, so to access those videos, it's over here in the modules. You just click there and you can go to the video course. Okay. So let me go back to the live training page here and say hello to all of our members. It looks like Linwood is here. Hello, Linwood. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Val and Christy. Hello, hello. Welcome to today's training. I'm going to move this over to the side and let's actually get down to business. This is the fun part. We actually get to start really getting into the details and the fun part of designing our tool slides. So I've actually brought this up already. So remember our presentation. We've already created all of the outline here, and we've chosen our target audience. We've done our research and compared all the tools. And so our presentation that we're creating is the top 20 tools you need to be successful online. The reason that we chose that is because the offer or the product that we're promoting is Builderall. Because the 5.0 launch is coming, we want to have a presentation to give to clients, but we also want to maybe do webinars or, just create a YouTube video, or I will definitely be using this to put on my website, right? Because I want to promote our services, promote Builderall. It's a great bridge page video. So lots of uses, and using this skill to promote any affiliate offer or any business, or even learning the skill to create or to provide a service. Lots of value in what I'm teaching you here. Okay, so we have been going through step by step. That's why it is part 12, and we're just getting to this part. So let's dive right in and let's go to the first tool, which is our web design tool. And remember, we kind of narrowed down the images from yesterday, what we wanted to, did we want cartoon images? Did we want real images? And so we kind of narrowed it down. Now we're going to get into the actual designing. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of these cartoony characters here. And I want to choose my brand colors. Okay, these are really important to establish right away. And Canva makes it really easy if you're a pro member. If you're not a pro member, either upgrade your plan or go to bridgetbartlett.com and become a Canva Pro member. It's like 12 bucks a month and it's incredibly awesome. So when you first create your Canva account, or just whenever you get a new brand, you see I have a few clients on here, but all you need to do is go to your brand kit, and then you can set your branded colors. So why is that awesome? Because, let me go back here to my slide. It's awesome because now every time I need to use my branded colors, I don't have to go back and look up the hex code and then, all that stuff. All I need to do is go right here. Okay, so same with I'm doing clients or something. I already have their brand colors already formatted and added here, so I don't need to really have to keep going back and looking for that. So now I have my brand color. We'll go ahead and choose that. And then let's see. If we want to use this image, since this is the first one we're doing, we're kind of setting the tone. This first image always takes longer because you're kind of setting like the template for the rest of the tools, right? Because you kind of want them to, they don't have to be cookie cutter the same, but you kind of want them to be a little congruent just to remain, consistent with the original template design and, with the flow of your presentation. So if I leave this text here on the right hand side, I need to use this image, okay, because this is on the left side. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Now we have our image. So you can see here, when you move the images around with Canva, you see that the pink line that appears around the border. That lets you know that you're within like the normal grid line. You never want to, and I see this, and I did this a lot too. When you're doing designing, you never want to get like to the edge like that, especially depending on like which platform you're viewing on or whatever. It can change a lot when you're doing social media banners. When you're doing like, some kind of like, what if I wanted to come over here and do, let's look for like maybe a circle or something. Maybe I wanted to do some funky design where I wanted to do like a circle back there, and maybe I want to duplicate this and like put a circle over here. If I want to do something like that, it's totally cool. But when you're centering your main elements, you want to make sure that you're staying within the grid line, right? Because that's really like where the eyes are. And I actually, putting these circles there, I kind of like that. In reality, I hadn't really planned on that. Let's scroll through. Let's see. Maybe some other elements here. We'll say background. Maybe there's like a cool, maybe this type of thing. we want to throw over here. Maybe do that and position it backwards. Remember, I'm doing all of this in real time with you guys, so I haven't really like thought about this. I haven't, I'm showing you like literally step by step. This is what I do. So it's all trial and error, especially something like design. So we can move this around. We could kind of, I don't know if we like that or not. Let's look at some other things. So here's some circles. Maybe we want to put, some circles there, but it doesn't really look right because um, it's like it's not the complete circle there. So when I unclick here, you see how it's like the circle has broken lines there. So that's not cool. Don't want to use that. Maybe this one is another type of thing. We just want to add like some dimension, right? We have like a blank canvas right now. So we really, I mean, we can do anything we want to do with it, but we want to make sure, that it doesn't look tacky and that we can, kind of replicate the same thing. So, let's see. Maybe we could do like this brick wall. Like maybe if we want to get rid of this stuff here. Okay, and let's do this brick wall, and then we can actually position this, go backwards and move everything forward. And we can make this transparent a little bit. So now you see that's starting to change a little, and it's kind of, we're still getting that purple color, but we still see that brick wall a little bit in the background. Maybe that's kind of what we want to do. Let's delete that. I'm not thinking I like that too much. This is a good one right here because this is just a white image and it has a little bit of design in the back. So let's go ahead and just move that all the way to the back and let's make it transparent a little bit. So now you see as we get darker, you still see just very faintly, you see that kind of design in the background. So I do kind of like that. Let's see if we can make it a little, but you really have to make it really light to be able to see that and really make a difference. So I don't think that's going to work. Here's some movement here, so that's kind of cool. We could like put that in the background, like maybe if we wanted to do this, move that over. And then we could actually move that to the background. So let's move that. So then the slide looks like this, right? We could get rid of this. That would be kind of cool. So you're like, oh, and here is about our website builder. And as you're talking, blah, 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 you have all of this movement and color and everything. I like that idea. Not so much the colors. So and you guys, again, I'm just telling you exactly what I'm thinking. And this is the process. So I kind of like this is what I'm thinking, but I don't like the colors. So now I have a direction that I'm going, right? And again, it's like you can't just, especially when you're doing something creative, you can't just sit down and be like, yep, this is exactly it. And then I'm just going to, it's like you have to try things and try different things. Let's see. This is kind of, it's a better color mixture instead of this bright color. So let's see how that looks in the background. So let's do this, kind of move that off to the side. Let's move that to the back. So that's kind of cool. And I'm not really sold on it though, to be honest. It's kind of cool because it does give the movement. And it's something that we could use for the rest of the slides. So let me scroll through here and see. Maybe, I mean, I really do like this because you could actually do some really cool stuff with that. I don't think we're going to be able to use that for this one. But, and this image is kind of cool because you could always like just do something in the corner like this. Like you could even overlap these if you really wanted to. Again, these colors are not pretty, but just for design ideas, you could just line that up there. Now you have all that movement right there, but you also have this like little swirly thing. So we're getting more creative. You guys definitely let me know what you think. If you see something, let's try it because this is, all of us are doing this. let's see, maybe instead of that movement, maybe we want to just add like a gradient, or maybe we want this gradient to be on this side here, so we could actually move this over and move it to the back. So backwards. So now we're getting even crazier, you guys. We're getting crazy. We got some wonky colors going on here. But I do like the gradient effect, but I think it's too much. So maybe what we need to do is get rid of this and move this over here. And then now we have our image aligned. Maybe we want to shrink this down a little bit and make it square. And then maybe, and look, we can change the colors. So maybe we want to use branded colors. So let's say maybe this black and this purple. Oops, maybe the black here. And then we could do purple there. And then maybe just straight for this background, change that to another branded color. Like maybe this, maybe this. Definitely branded-ish. And we have black. So if we have black there, maybe we need this color to be this color. And then we'll choose the pink here. So now we're getting kind of crafty, but we need to change this color too. It's not a branded color, so let's try maybe this one. Okay, so now we're getting really branded. It's getting really branded to me. And maybe we want to change this. I like the idea, since this is what we really want to focus on, right? We're talking about the value proposition of having Builderall and all of the tools in one place and how much it saves you. So if that's really the point of what we're trying to represent here, if we have a light color back here, maybe we want a darker color here. Like maybe we'll use our branded color of purple. So you guys let me know what you think of this. Let's also add a border here. So maybe we'll go to effects and we could, let's see, maybe we want to add, let's try this glow here. Okay, so that's kind of cool because it adds a little bit of dimension. So, oh, but it shrunk it in too much. We don't want that. So we'll cancel and go backwards. So we don't want that. And then let's see, maybe we want maybe this kind of a design. So let's see. Oh, so it's still doing that. Okay, so we don't want that. Let's go backwards. It looks like every time we add that effect, it kind of changes the image. So we don't want that. All right, so now we're centered here. Let's go ahead and move that in just a little bit to make it look better. And I still feel like we kind of need something like animated here. So let's go to elements and let's search animated. All right, so we have some funky things here. So maybe this one. Ooh, that's really psychedelic. Let's see here. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of my branded colors a little bit, but maybe scroll through here. All right, let's actually search for website. Let's see what kind of animated graphics come up. So we'll search in the graphics category. Okay, so nothing. Maybe we want to do sometimes I like to throw in like wow or something, you know, like this. Maybe I want to throw this wow in the corner there. Maybe we want to, okay, I'm not really sure, but I think I'm liking the design though. Let's see, Val says, are the cartoon elements going to get lost on the purple? We're actually not going to be using the cartoon elements, remember? We're trying to make sure that we want to remain congruent, but we also want to make sure that when they are looking at this tool, that they are seeing their own business in it. So that's kind of what I was talking about yesterday. I didn't really want to focus on the cartoony elements, but you can do like a hybrid where you're mixing in the the cartoon elements with the real ones. So that's kind of what I was thinking here. I want to add something to it, but again, I'm kind of at a point where I don't know. Do you guys like this? I haven't really, because I need to decide if I'm going to like it so that I can make sure to replicate the other ones, right? So let's add some effect here to this. It does make the website builder stand out a little bit better. Maybe we want to add another effect here. Let's see. Maybe we want this one here to have like dimension. Maybe we want to kind of add this lift effect there. Kind of makes it stand out a little bit better. So I'm thinking, nah, I don't really like that shadow right there. So let's take that back. Maybe we want this. And maybe we want to add this one to the other effect. Okay. And we'll change the color of the shadow here by clicking here. And let's see, maybe we want a black shadow there to make it stand out a little bit better. I didn't really show that well. Let's go back to effects, and now let's increase the transparency a lot. All right, so it does stand out better, I think, but maybe we need white instead of black. All right, so, um, you know, I'm not really sold on that. I like how it stands out a little bit, but I think honestly it's better without the effects. Okay, so, all right. So I think Maria says, I wonder if this presentation would be in PDF too and how ingredients look like in that format. Well, look, I'm going to show you. If you go to download and you just choose PDF and you want to download all pages, what it's going to do is just download exactly what it looks like. So let's show you. So as soon as it downloads, so what I'm going to do now, if we like this, let's try another gradient though. I'm not really sold on that gradient, but now that I like the gradient idea, now I want to look and see other gradient options that we have. So we have this one. Oh, and that one's like a video gradient. Oh, maybe, but that does give me an idea for some video. Where? Oh, here we go. So it's downloading. Let's look at this. Open. So here's what it looks like as a PDF. So I can't remember if we have any actual moving animated things, but I mean, you can see that whatever it was is what it is here. And doesn't it look beautiful, you guys, though, really? I mean, I know that it's not, like everything in place, but you can see really how beautiful I mean, you could sell this as a whole ebook if you really wanted to. I mean, it's really the graphics, the quality of it is great. Canva just really does some excellent, they really have an excellent tool. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm liking this. Let's see if we, oh, yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to check out, see these cool effects here. This is kind of what I'm saying. Like, see how you can break up the black over here? Maybe we like this. Nah, I don't like that one. But maybe in the background. Let's put something in the background here. So actually, I don't think that's even showing. Maybe it's way too much. Yeah, let's just delete that. I'm not really a fan of that one. All right, so let's move this back into the middle. Let's put our image here. I do like this kind of breaking up the black over here. Let's position that backwards behind the letters. And let's see if there's something better, like maybe, ooh, that's moving. Uh-oh, I'm liking it. We're getting closer. But it needs to be on the other side, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go flip and then put it on the other side. So let's see how this looks. You can also rotate it. So like if that design is not exactly how you want it, you see how you can make the corners meet. So we'll stretch it out like this and we can make it work. So like this. Okay. I mean, the colors are definitely clashing. Let's go back here. Let's see. We can't change this purple color. I don't really like that after all. Oh, no. Backwards. And we'll choose this one and that. All right. So let's look at, we want to change some gradient. Okay. So let's check this one out here. I want to make sure it's moving, but I like the subtle movement. See how it's just subtly, it's like the video, it's just subtly changing. Let's try, or maybe we want this where it's kind of just in the corner moving. I'm thinking, let's try to flip it. Put it like this. Well, maybe we want it like that. And then we can position that backwards. So now we have that moving. Now we have this funky thing over here moving. Maybe we want this moving even more. Maybe, oh wow, maybe we want it all the way across. I like how it's kind of broken up in the middle though. I don't really like it waving into the other one. And I do think movement on both sides is too much. So maybe we want one of those, and maybe we want to just duplicate this to have two, and then we can move this other one maybe over here, but in the background. So we're just, okay. So do we like this? Do we maybe want to move it over here? Over here. We could also move this in front of it, so maybe to cover up that side. Is the second one too much? These are all the questions I am asking myself. Maybe I want to move this over. Let's see. Let's see what the live view looks like. Presenter view. Present. Got it. Okay. So because we have the animation going, it's not showing you know, the actual animation that makes it. Let's go here. Let's move this back. Okay, so apparently what I just discovered is that when you have the animation throughout the whole slide, it doesn't like the animated elements. So that is something, and see, this is why you always want to test everything out before you actually do it, before you actually just go and duplicate the whole thing. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that because I would rather have the elements and everything animated. So Mia says, wondering if the information 20K average monthly is clear enough. 20K average monthly is clear enough that it is the price of other systems, or will the viewer think that it is in Builderall that it costs so? Is that clear enough? People can come into the middle of the presentation, not listen. So, okay, so Mia, at this point, we're not talking about Builderall. We have not talked about Builderall at all. It's like Builderall is like, because we're not focusing on Builderall. We're focusing on the top 20 tools that you use for online marketing, right? So we're not talking at all about Builderall. We're just talking about, here are some tools that you need, and you need a website builder. The average cost of a website builder is $20. Average monthly cost. Okay. So it's like we're not talking about Builderall, so we don't really, and if they come in the middle of it, it's like, I mean, it all depends on how you present it. So but it would still be the point, like if they popped in right now in the middle of this presentation, we're still just talking about the top 20 tools. So okay, so I think that I'm liking this one, and so let's go ahead and just use it. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to duplicate this slide, okay? But look how cool this is, and they just added this. We can add a transition. So how do you want it to dissolve? Do you want it to slide like that? See how it's showing you the difference here? Or do you want it to circle? Let's see, circle wipe. What does that do? And then I think what we want it to do is just slide. We'll choose that as the transition. Let's see, add a transition. We could do the slide there as well. All right, cool. And then I guess you can choose each. That's new. That's awesome. Canva is always like adding such cool stuff. Okay, so we have this, all right? So we have this slide and then we have the duplicate slide here. But what we need is to swap it. Okay, we want it to be different. Now you might be asking, well, why did you create this if you're just going to move everything here? Well, because we still need to organize it, right? But you don't ever really want to create your template of what you're using until you have like organized everything and got a whole picture of what you're going to do. But here is a super easy way to do this. All you have to do is swap this, okay? Swap this and swap this. And it's actually better if you, you can actually swap the background if you want to, but like let's do this, okay? So that's super easy, right? But now we need the content. So let's go here and let me see if before there was a way to, where you could like piggyback this stuff. That's something because we used to be able to, like, it was vertical. So here again, this is why we learn in public, right? Because I want to see if I can figure that out. How do you get this image to this slide? Let's try this. Ta-da! Okay, so now if that's the slide that we want, so let's go here. Is that what we want? So if we want it, we're just going to slide down here. Now let's go back to okay. So whichever image we want, let's go ahead and I think I like the colors on this front one. So we're going to choose that. And to remain congruent with the size of this image, let's go ahead and just shrink it down. And you can actually see this image size here. So let me move it a little bit. This image size, if you move this, it tells you exactly in the corner there. So that image is 700 by 493. So if we move this, it tells us, if we move to 700, let's move to 700 and then 493. So we could do 700 and can't quite get it to 493, but let's go 700. And then, oops. And then let's go 493. 493. I don't know if you guys can actually see the numbers there. And it doesn't really have to be exact, you guys, because this is kind of hard to do. But, you know, if it just looks similar, that's really the important part. So let's move this. And now we know that image goes in the middle. We want to line it up with our grid lines. Now, let's go back to this slide and we have our information here. Okay, so what's cool about Canva is this is all boxed together. So let's actually just drag that down there. Now we have our content. And what I want to do is make sure that I'm doing the same effect here. Okay, so let's go back to the effects and we chose this one and let's change to this color. But we are you know, changing the format. So if we wanted to change any of these colors, we could do that. And once we do these two where they rotate, then all the rest of the tools, we can just like, we won't have to like do this again, right? Because the next one, we're going to duplicate the first slide we did, and then we're just going to put that information on there. So, so it makes the whole process much simpler. So let's see, we're going to change that color to this. We're going to change this text to our purple here. So let's go, oops. Let's change this, and this will be purple. And this has an effect here, so let's go ahead and add that effect. And we will delete and put our information here. Let's get rid of this. Okay, we got space there. All right, cool. Cool, cool. Okay, so let's make sure this is centered and looks good. All right, so now we have, that needs to be, we can shrink this down. Oops, we don't want to do that. We can shrink this down, move this a little bit, make sure that's centered. We can move this in and make it a little bit smaller to give more room on between the black and then this here. The borders is what I'm trying to say. All right, so far I'm thinking looks good. We can move this over a little bit. All right. Okay. So now what we need to do is go back to the first one and we're going to duplicate it. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we're going to move it on the other side of 20, or we're going to move this on the other side of 18. Okay. So here's 17. Here's 18, and then here is 19. So you see how 17 and 19 look the same, but it swaps with 18. Okay, so that's kind of the flow that we're going to go with this, all right? But now that we've moved all of that off, we can just delete this slide, all right? Because we definitely want to stay in order. All right, so now we have this next one here. So let's take our image. We're going to drag it to 19. And let's go back to 20. We can take our booking over here and let's drag that to 19 as well. And we can go ahead and delete this. And let's delete this. And oops, didn't want to do that. So let's go back to this slide and let's go backwards. All right, now we got our image back. All right, so here we are with the booking calendar. Okay, let me make sure I'm being organized here. So we have our booking calendar. Let's swap out this image. And remember, this image is, what is it, 700 by 493. So let's see how close we can get to this. So 700 by 493. All right, so let's raise it up a little bit. All right, so it's pretty close. So we could actually even use this as the guide if we wanted to. So there we go. And let's delete this. And let's move this up here. And now we have this info here. We could actually just copy if we want to. So let's just do copy, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. We definitely want to capitalize that. So we're going to choose booking. And let's see, $40 average. So let's do Control C, Control V to paste. And then let's copy this. And it copies the format as well, which is why we kind of created the templates, and then Control C. Okay, so now we can delete this and delete this group and this group as well. All right. Ugh, stop. There we go. No. Trying to get this element. All right, so delete. All right, so here we go. Now we have our booking calendar. All right, so now we need to go back to 18 and we need to duplicate. And then we're going to move this over to the other side. So now if you see our presentation so far, we have the website builder, we have email marketing, we have booking calendar, we have email marketing again. And so now we need to take the CRM pictures and put them on the slide 20. Okay, so we're going to move that down to 20. And let's go back here. We're going to move this down to 20. And let's go ahead and move the text down to 20. And then we can delete 21. And let's go back to 20. Okay, so now we need to make our image the correct size. Let's go here and let's shrink this down a little bit. And then again, let's just use this as a guide to make it simpler. And let's bring this in a little bit so that we can keep it the same size and make sure that all of our, the part we want to show is there. So that's pretty easy. And now let's delete this and move our image back and make sure it's centered. All right, now we need to copy this info. So I'm going to highlight, Control C, come over here, Control V to paste. I'm going to highlight, Control C to copy, come over here and highlight, Control V to paste. Going to copy all this info, Control C, move this out of the way, and then Control V to paste. Okay, now I'm going to delete this. Oops. I want to choose the whole element and delete. So let's, it's going to make me delete each part in the group. All right. Now we do have this little element here. We could, do something with this if we want to. That's why I wanted to keep it. I'm not really sure if we want to use it or not. I'm still like debating, but we could just keep it there just for, future reference. So I'm not going to keep you guys very much longer because, we've already been doing this for 41 minutes. What I'm actually going to do, just for the sake of time, I know that you guys are, you want to watch step by step, but what I'm going to do is actually go through all of these to do, and just so that we get this part done, so we can actually, because tomorrow is the live Friday Q&A, and then Monday what I would love to do is get into, once the meat part of it is done, we can get into the beginning and the end, which is those are the really, really important parts. But there are a couple things I wanted to tell you first. I went ahead, we used this image, we talked about that, and there was something else. It was the heat map. I think, let me go through here. I think it was the heat map. But again, I'm just going to, the only thing that I'm going to do without you guys is that heat map picture, and I'm just going to go back to my website and get a better image. Maybe it's this one. No, I don't know where it is. Somewhere in here, where is our heat map? Because we talked about that. I wasn't really happy. Oh, this one here. Yeah. I mean, it's not a terrible one, but I want to find a better image. So I'm going to do a little digging around. And if you guys are really, really adamant about watching me dig around, I definitely will let you do that. But what I want to do is look through my websites for one, because I have redesigned this website so many times. It doesn't really show an up-to-date, heat map with a lot of clicks and different things. So I want to find an older website that I have and then just take a screenshot of that. So that's really my process. That's all I'm going to do. But I definitely want to make sure that, let me stop sharing here. I definitely want to make sure that we have this presentation done for the 5.0 launch. And so I know that you guys love to watch me, do the step-by-step, but I think that you will agree that it's definitely more important to have it done by then than to watch that part, because it's all just the duplication. I'm doing exactly no different. I'm doing exactly what I showed you to do. I'm just duplicating the slide, putting all the stuff on there, making sure that it's congruent. Okay. So, let's see. Mia says, I see. Thank you for clearing that up. Christy says, good point, Mia. I thought the same. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, you guys, that you need to know about anything. I try so hard to drive home the fact that when you are doing affiliate marketing, you need to promote your own brand, okay? And definitely, if you're unfamiliar with that, like what that actually means, go into the courses section and check out that influencer secrets. There's also a training on building a personal brand. It's hard to kind of understand, and it took me a while to grasp, like, what is the personal brand, and like, how do you know if you start a business and you go online, how do you brand your business name, or do you brand your name? And honestly, I did both. And then when I started like network marketing and affiliate marketing, I'm like, well, I'm gonna brand the companies and all, and that is the exact wrong thing to do. I made the exact same mistake as well. But you always want to make sure you're branding yourself. And if you don't have a brand yet, the whole process of you learning and promoting and all of that is what you do to build a brand. So a lot of people, what they do is they, I want to promote Builderall. So they go create a Builderall YouTube channel and a Builderall Facebook page. And then they're like, Builderall. Well, that's not building your own brand, right? What if you decide that you want to go, like it's not going to happen, but what if Builderall went out of business? What would you do? Right? What you wouldn't have a brand because you've been promoting Builderall. We're in business to have a business, to build a brand for ourselves, to build a business brand. So like right now I'm just at a position where I am promoting my agency name instead of my own name. So I definitely think if you're brand new and you have never done any type of online marketing, promote yourself. Be your own brand, get a name for yourself, show people what you know how to do, and then you can start building up your business brand. But it's all about the branding, right? I hope that I made that clear enough, because I want you guys to definitely, I want you to take all of these skills and go build your own business. I love Builderall, and believe me, Builderall will appreciate you building up their brand as well. But I want what's best for you. I would love for you to go out and be like, hey, visual marketing and design is so incredible. Here's the logo. Here's some. I would love for you to be able to do all of that. But in reality, what's best for you is for you to build your own brand, for people to start knowing you and your business. So okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place for our live Q&A, and I will actually get to see you in the Zoom. It's my favorite day of the week. So I will see you then, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.